The Russian army is escaping at last. There are no more soldiers to engage in battle. Welcome to the Explosive USA channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel before starting the video. The invasion of Ukraine, which Russia referred to as a military operation but which the entire world is aware of, has been ongoing for 5 months. Russia has yet to be successful in this occupation. On the other hand, the valiant Ukrainian army is displaying one of the most unusual forms of resistance that has ever been witnessed. The United States is one of the greatest backers of the Ukrainian army in demonstrating this resistance. Since the beginning of the war, the United States has provided several October 8 supports and weaponry aid. Ukraine is not bothered by the Russian army using these American-made weapons. The assistance being provided to Ukraine is not just coming from the US. A large number of Western and European nations support Ukraine. Western nations back Ukraine while simultaneously placing severe sanctions on Russia. The greatest loser in this conflict was included. He forced his own nation and its citizens to flee alone in front of other nations of the globe. The most recent sanctions against Russia targeted the energy industry, which forced Russia into a difficult situation. Since the war began, he has used his energy trump card against nations in Europe. But the nations with enough gas flow in the energy sector have declared that they will support the European Union member states in this regard. He added that according to the most recent comments made about the conflict by a US senator, around 80,000 Russians and Americans were killed during this operation that Russia initiated. During a briefing, a representative of the Biden administration stated that 80,000 Russian soldiers had died on Ukrainian soil. The official also said that we have been informed that 80,000 soldiers have been killed and many soldiers have been injured, which is a very large number, and many of the soldiers have reached a dead end. The official said that the army is now exhausted. On the other side, the Kremlin had released a statement regarding the most recent casualties in the first few months of the occupation. Russian President Vladimir Putin, who believed that the invasion plan would work and was initially successful, received opposition from the Ukrainian army in the subsequent process. On March 25, the Russian Defense Ministry released its most recent statement regarding casualties. But since then, he hasn't provided an official update. Given that their army strength has started to dwindle, it is expected that the Russian troops' retreats will pick up speed in the ensuing battle. The Russian army also started to lose a lot of power. With Mars missiles included in the recently delivered supply package, the Ukrainian army does not give a damn about the Russian army. US authorities have stated that the Ukrainian army will beat the Russian forces and launch a massive attack in the south before winter arrives, making the upcoming weeks crucial for the war's progress. US officials believe that in the following days, Ukraine will regain the territory and Kursk that Russia has occupied since March. A Russian journalist who participated in the early stages of the war on a Russian television channel was a hot topic throughout the world. He was imprisoned in Russia for using the words war and occupation in what the Kremlin referred to as a special military operation in Ukraine. He raised a banner that read "No to war, end the war." Because of his acts, the Russian government made life very tough for the journalist. Maria Ossiannikova, in the early days of the Russian invasion of Ukraine on February 24, a journalist who became famous around the world for her protest on the live broadcast of the Russian state channel and who was hailed as a hero and given the title of the bravest woman in Russia, left the channel after that incident. At the beginning of this month, Marina conducted another protest, and the Russian government was fined 50,000 rubles for its anti-war activities. A banner Marina is holding displays the words "Prudent is a murderer and soldiers are fascists." One of the key moments of the early days of the conflict was when Marina Prudential protested during a live broadcast of a news program on Russian state television in March. She became famous around the world for her visibly outspoken opposition to the invasion from within Russia. Marina was detained, interrogated for more than 10 hours, released, and fined 30,000 rubles following a protest on Russian state television. Ukraine has given Russia another setback. American long-range missiles continue to alter the trajectory of the conflict every day. The Russian military reported that it had struck a bridge that was connected by road to a key point in the region. Ukrainian officials assert that because the Russian army has repeatedly bombarded the bridge, which is strategically located in the region, with long-range artillery, it will no longer be able to transfer heavy weaponry and ammunition across it. He claimed that prior to its demolition, the Antonin Ski Bridge, which had a width of 1,000 meters, had been utilized to transport food, ammunition, and weaponry to the front of the Russian forces. But the missiles that struck the bridge rendered the bridge impassable to cargo trucks. According to the Western media's assertion, Putin will lose this battle. Putin, feeling hemmed in, launched airstrikes against populated areas. A media representative stated that Ukraine would never lose this war. Since the first month of the battle, Putin has been greatly astonished by the valiant Ukrainian army's resistance and built Amir Zelensky. After Ukraine's successful resistance, Putin was forced to alter the military strategies and plans he had used to start the war. What do you think of Vladimir Putin's own official network's coverage of the techniques used by Russia and Ukraine in this conflict? The Ukrainian president Zelensky would flee the conflict, according to rumors that circulated in the Russian media. But it seems abundantly evident that conditions are different on the battlefield. Turkish foreign minister might utilize a blue last day, the agreement which would allow the sale of grain from the Black Sea ports of both Russia and Ukraine removes impediments for both countries. Along with removing barriers for Ukrainian grain, we also did so for Russian grain and fertilizer exports, according to that statement. Under Turkey's leadership, the required actions have been done to resolve this food crisis. Attending as a guest made a comment last week regarding the agreement reached between Ukraine and Russia during a joint press conference with Foreign Minister George and the United Nations and Turkey's mediation. After the deal came into effect, the siblings could see that grain could be shipped to nations who needed it urgently. He lamented that proper implementation of the deal could significantly increase confidence between Russia and Ukraine. It's time to concentrate on brokering a ceasefire, Soblo stated. Before you appear in the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. On this channel, you may find the most recent and significant news from around the world. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more breaking news.